Midshipmen have not won a national championship since 1926. And since that time, guys, they have not stopped shaping and molding young men to protect this country. And that itself is freaking amazing. And I do not know what else these guys have to do to deserve a national championship more. So in today's video, guys, we have 5 seasons to rebuild the Navy Midshipmen to national glory, to the glory they deserve. And I have to do this by jumping into only 3 games per season, obviously going to be playing on Heisman mode, and running one of the hardest offenses in the game in the triple option. In season 1, guys, we were going to focus heavily on recruiting. That was going to be my main focus for season 1, was to bring in a lot of 3-stars. We were going to try to go for some 4-stars, but we really wanted quantity over quality here. If we landed a 4-star, that'd be nice, but 3-stars and building depth at good positions was the goal, guys. We are a 1.5-star school, so we need help at almost a lot of different positions. So bringing in a lot of 3-stars could really boost our ratings. As we go through and start offering scholarships, guys, we are only going to focus our scouting on the 3-star, since the 4-star, even if it's a bad 4-star, is still going to be good for our team. And we even go ahead and sign Phil Klezak in the first season of recruiting with the Navy Midshipmen, and I did not think that was even possible for a 1.5-star school, so that's freaking dope. And at running back, guys, that is a position we're gonna need a lot of depth in, because even the traditional fullback position in the triple option, guys, I want to move to more of a power back position, because I want to have 3 running backs at each position so we can have a little strong running attack. After that, guys, we go and scout our schedule. We focus on 3 games per season, and in the first season, guys, I just wanted to take it all in, but also test my skills a little bit. So the 2 games that I picked for just having fun were going to be Air Force and freaking Army, because we wanted to win the Commander-in-Chief trophy. And in the 3rd game I was going to pick, guys, is going to be Notre Dame, because I just wanted to test my skills running the triple option against a really good team. And then we're going to go ahead and start looking at our roster for this first season. As we look at our roster, guys, we have a lot of strong guys. We have Ryan Lane III at free safety, who's an 87 overall, and our fullback Texa, I think that's how you say it. I'm not sure. He's an 86 overall, and that's a really strong position for a junior. So if we can convince him to come back even as a senior, he might be even a little bit better. So outside linebacker, tackle, corner, punter, right guard, left tackle, and D tackle were the only positions that we were going to have an 80 overall or above. The biggest problem here is going to be simming games. We're not going to win a lot of games, I feel like, just sim wise. After recruiting, you know, with the first bye week, the first couple weeks is nice, so we get those free weeks to recruit, which is pretty dope. But then we jump into the first game of the season that we're going to sim against FCS East, and I hope that the simming goes well. I'm not 100% sure, guys. We take in, you know, the entrances at the Navy Stadium, and this is ridiculous. We go ahead and we lose the first sim game to the Astronauts, 22-20. I don't know what the hell we were thinking. How did we not even beat the Astronauts? This is going to be a long rebuild if we can't even beat the FCS teams. That is horrible. And in week 2, we're playing Temple, and we don't have a lot of luck. We just simmed it really quick and clearly came up 0-2. And after an 0-2 start, we're heading into Memphis, guys, so our recruiting is still our focus, because we're not going to be winning a lot of games. So we got to make sure we're doing it right, and we're doing hard pitches early. One tip that I like to do, guys, for example, James T here, we hit 2 out of 3 in certain categories. When you hit 2 out of 3 in certain hard pitches, you can just play around with them, and if there's another one where there's 2 out of 3 but one of the 3 lands in a red box, you can almost guarantee that the other one where the 2 green checks are marked, it's going to be the one, even if it's a gray question mark, because you already noticed that one of them is in the red. So that's usually the strategy there. We find out that it's going to be probably aspirational, and we start hard selling early and often for these guys, because that is the only way I think we can sign. So we take the same strategy and we go through and we do that for a lot of different guys. Heading into our first game, guys, we are 0-4 into Air Force, still focusing on recruiting, but I'm finally happy that I get to at least jump in and try out this triple option just to see where we're at. And we take in this nice, cool stadium. We're obviously playing in Colorado, wherever Air Force is based. I honestly am such a noob. I do not know where Falcon Stadium's at. And in our first read, guys, we jump in, guys, and we actually gash them for a couple of yards. Second play doesn't go as well, but in the 3rd play, fellas, the 3rd play, we absolutely gash with Texa. I still don't know how to say his name. It's Texa, so I think that's it. And then the very next play, guys, we run a pitch to our running back for an easy touchdown. with 2:40 to go, we do it again, and our running back is absolutely gone. And this triple option is working like a freaking beauty. I cannot believe that this is actually going the way it is. I thought we were going to struggle because our team was 0-4, but guess not. Our team is not as bad as we think, because, I mean, it's just the computer that's, I guess, kind of horrible. And then we get the ball back right after that huge touchdown, and we got press coverage on the left side. And it was time to take our first shot passing, see what Navy Academy has passing wise, and we're gonna freaking go deep. And our dude Kent is gone. Kent is actually the receiver that had the most wheels on that as well. So if you're rebuilding with a small school, guys, speed at the end of the day kills. So I would heavily focus on speed. And basically that score maintained till the end, where we were able to finally get another quarterback touchdown on the triple option. We're starting to figure out a little bit how to run it, and that is how you wrap up a game, guys, that we get our first dub running the triple option, 31-14 against Air Force. So we're super excited, and finally our team is notching the first win. That hopefully helps with recruiting a little bit more, because our team has been horrible. And after that win, guys, we lock in James T, who we talked about earlier, which is huge. So that's another 3-star commitment, guys. We already got 2. We're about halfway through the season, so our pace is not great. But at least after that win, guys, we also have a bye week to focus on recruiting even more, which is huge for us. And that bye week actually served us pretty well, because we also got Isaac DeChristopher, the right tackle that's going to be leading our team for years to come. So that's another huge add to our offensive line, because we need a strong offensive line that's going to be blocking moving forward. And that moves our recruiting total to 3 recruits, which is, I think, is pretty nice heading into our week against the Charlotte 49ers. But then comes our week against Notre Dame. And yes, we didn't beat the Charlotte 49ers, because why would we? The computer's freaking ass. But at least against Notre Dame, we're going to see what it's about. If we could even win a game. I mean, they're 3-4. They're not doing great, so that's dope. So maybe we might even have a chance. And we have a couple guys hopefully coming to this game that it's going to serve as well. So we're going to see what happens. Obviously, our strategy going into this game is that we're going to run the triple option as much as we can. And if we're getting, 4 yards in cloud of dust every single play, that's going to be fine for us, because we don't need a lot. We just need the 4 yards. That's all we need. And then if we can start slowly chewing the clock and getting those first downs and scoring every time we have the ball, we should run out the clock, and this team will not have the chance to score as many points as, hopefully we will if we win the time of possession battle. So that was the plan going into this game. And in the first quarter, guys, we chewed up half of the first quarter, and we were able to finally end that long drive with pounding in with our fullback Texa. And after the 2-minute warning, guys, we came out and we took a shot, and it freaking worked against Notre Dame, which I didn't even think it was possible. Did not think that was even possible. That was huge. And in the very next play, guys, we go ahead and we're gonna run the triple option to the right-hand side, pitch again, and touchdown, Navy. And basically, guys, that score remained the entirety of the game. We got down there one more time. We kicked a field goal. And in the entire second half, guys, we just focus on chew clock. We literally turned chew clock on, and we did not look back. And our defense held, and we beat Notre Dame in year 1, 17-3, which I thought was huge. And it also helped us lock in a middle linebacker in Trent Marshall, 3-star middle linebacker, and right tackle Tyrese Zukovic. I don't know how to say that, but that's another 2 recruits. Helped us again. We're kicking this season off with a huge emphasis on recruiting, which for me, I thought was huge. And then we keep going, guys, and focus on more recruiting. And honestly, after we do that for a while, we obviously didn't win. We are 0-5 in conference. Our 2 wins are games that I played against non-conference opponents. And honestly, I just don't know what I have to do to get some dubs. However, against UCF, we actually go and get our first simmed win, which I thought was actually a turn in the right direction. We still got 5 recruits, which I think is a freaking amazing. Guys are falling off the board. The 4-stars are starting to get recruited. I don't know what else to do when, we get a position to pitch. Seems like we pitch and then we just sit there and then we get passed on. Don't know what else to change in that situation, but now we're going up against Tulane, which I'm not holding my breath. Tulane's pretty good. So, and even though they beat us, we did even sign a punter. What's up, boys? That is dope. We even got a punter now. So that's 6 recruits in season 1. And after a couple weeks, guys, we also sign a right guard. And that takes us into the Army-Navy game. We are 3-8. We got one sim dub. Army's not doing so hot, which actually in real life, these two teams are absolutely killing it. And we decided to run a little Texas route to our running back, who's gonna house it. It's a huge house call. Touchdown, Navy. We are up 7-0 on Army. We're not even winning the time of possession, but somehow our team is just up. You know, they're just killing it. They're just killing it. I don't know what else to tell you guys. It's really cool to see, you know, when you're playing in a cold game, how the, you know, you can see the player's breath in a cold game. I think that's a dope little feature. The game is getting a lot better too. Like as we go, guys, the game's getting a lot better. I'm liking it a little bit more every time. I can't wait to see this game grow into the future and just keep going with, you know, the style of format. I think they really understand the way the players are playing. I think the game's heading in the right direction. And then again, with another minute 50 to go, a full quarter later, we're running a little corner route. We have to pass it on 2nd and 10, and we are going to the corner and dot. Who would have thought that the 2 touchdowns we scored in the Army-Navy game were gonna be dots by the quarterback? Our passing game was actually not that bad for being a run-heavy offense. And actually, if you don't run the triple option heavily, you're gonna struggle in this game. And then our defense set us up, guys. We got a huge play to come back, and we may or may not have gotten a little cocky with the passing game, and that led to a little mistake. We were up 14-0, but then we're out here making stupid decisions, missing tackles, and it cost us a touchdown. That 99-yard pick six hurts because that's 100% on your boy. Like, there's just no freaking excuse for that. That's 100% on me. We freaking sucked ass. And with 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go, guys, I felt like if we scored here, it was going to be the dagger. And we do get the pitch off again to the corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Navy Midshipmen. That's how you do it, boys. And just when I thought this game was over, we actually put it away with this automatic handoff to number 28, who's our 3rd string running back. And he turned on the Jets, and he is gone. Touchdown, Navy Midshipmen, boys. Let's get it. We obviously proceeded to win the game 31-13, and that is another big win for Army. Huge. Guys, we jumped into 3 games on Heisman mode. We got the dubs, and now the focus was to focus on recruiting for the offseason. And we did land a few more recruits after that Army-Navy game because, I mean, we kind of had to. I mean, who wouldn't want to sign with us after that game? Cam Ward won the Heisman, so shout out to Cam Ward. 39 touchdowns, 1 pick. Talk about efficiency. Dude was a dog. Actually really cool in real life too. Like, have you seen the clip where he's like nonchalantly like doing fakes with the turmoil going on and around him? I just butchered that, by the way. But he's been absolutely killing it. You guys know what I meant. There's turmoil all around him. That's the word I wanted to say. And he just smoothly just delivers passes. Dude's a dog. I guess he could easily win the Heisman in real life too, but Ashton Genty has something to say about that, I know. Guys, as we look at our recruiting board going into the off season with the portal opening, we have 9 guys already signed, all 3 stars. After the transfer portal signing, guys, we were able to go through and sign 17 guys to our team, all 3 stars, which is exactly the kind of depth that we needed. And being 2nd in our conference only to Tulsa, which is fine. 17, they signed 25 because they signed 10 2-stars, which I guess we could have maybe focused a little bit of emphasis on 2 stars, but no, we wanted more 3 stars than anything. The only other school that did that was Tulane, but they also signed 10 2-stars. So I honestly don't even know why I'm rated higher than them. I don't get it, but we'll take it. Number 2 class in our conference. That is huge heading into season 2. In season 2, guys, our team is already up to an 80 overall after the training results, which I think was awesome. 81 overall offense, 80 overall defense. That's huge for us. And then we have some points that we got to do for our coach. So those are actually going to get poured heavily into recruiting because we need to recruit quarterbacks and we need to recruit running backs. So that's going to be our focus for recruiting this season. Same emphasis here, guys. We have a week 3 opponent of UConn, but we're obviously going to switch that to an FCS team because even last year we lost. So who's not to say that we might even still lose to an FCS team, and more definitely going to lose to UConn. Finished the last season 4-8. That's unacceptable. 1-7 in conference is not going to get it done. Our goal is to improve from that. But we do have the same strategy in recruiting, guys. We are going to focus a little bit more on trying to sign a little bit of 4-stars, but theoretically speaking, same strategy worked last season. We can get another 17 3-star recruits. Those guys, by the time they're on our team, are going to be seniors. And if we can redshirt a couple of the guys that we just got from last class, then they should be there for the end and the final 5th season as well. So that's kind of the strategy we're moving with. We are only going to, play this a little bit more by ear, see where the schedule's falling, see where teams are falling before we dive in, because if there is a chance, we might even be able to compete for some games. So that's kind of the hope there. And after we go and set our recruiting board, guys, we didn't have any cool signings like we did last season with Phil, but we did unlock a few more gems, which is awesome. And we had 3 awesome weeks of focus on recruiting, which only helped going into FCS Northwest, which is the Sharks. And I'm happy to know that as we jump into the UCF week, they're 0-3, and we managed to actually get a dub against the FCS schools after simming that week 3. And we had the American Defensive Player of the Week in Luke Paris, so hopefully that means we won. No, bruh, we didn't win. We lost to 0-3 USF. Classic. Now we got UAB 2-2. Can we beat them? Please, for the love of God, can we beat them? Again, Defensive Player of the Week. This time, Landon Robinson. Can we beat them? Yes, we beat a 2-2 team, lost to an 0-3 team. That's Navy football for you in year 2 of this rebuild. We're heading into Air Force, and this is actually the first game we're going to jump into again this season. However, in the first quarter, guys, with 2:42 to go, we're going to give an automatic handoff to our running back, I think Heichenbach. Still don't know how to say my dog's name. Number 22, who's been absolutely killing it for us this season and last season. Gets our first touchdown against Air Force, which I think is dope. And then we get put in this 4th and 14 situation, and we get a little cocky, think we can pass on Air Force, and that happened. That is ridiculous. We maybe shouldn't try passing. Maybe that's not our forte. That was horrible. Don't know what the hell we were thinking there. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is honestly probably one of the grossest games we've played. We can't get anything going. They took the lead, but to finish the half, we take a shot to our boy Kent, and he scores a touchdown. That's how you do it. He did it last season against Air Force. He does it again this season. They can't stop the boy Kent. And with 1:20 left, guys, we're trying to move the ball downfield. Same play again. Guy coming across the middle, and I think we lost. But somehow our defense held. Now there's 47 seconds left. How did our defense hold? How did our defense hold? I don't understand. I don't understand. We can't. Oh my goodness. We go and run a few more terrible plays. We still don't know how the hell to move the football. Huge play. Get the first down. 20 seconds left. We got no timeouts. We got to go. We got to go. We got to go. We're going to take a shot to Kent. To Kent! And he got the ball! That's a touchdown! Navy! Oh my God. No way, dude. No freaking way, dude. We did not deserve to win that. We did not deserve to win that. That was ridiculous. That's probably one of the craziest games we played yet. Wow. Wow. Kent, dog. Air Force couldn't stop him, I guess. I guess that's about it. And that hype, that win was enough to sign our first 4-star quarterback out of Jenks, Oklahoma, Matt Westenberry. Welcome to the team, dude. Wow, that is huge. First 4-star signee. And we also got another running back in Dion Rabe. It's from Sandy Spring, Maryland. Welcome to the team, boy. Dude, that's huge. But even signing those guys wasn't going to help the computer do their thing. And we went on to lose not only to the Charlotte 49ers again, but to Rice again, which I think is freaking stupid. We're coming off huge wins, but yet we can't even get dubs against the easiest of teams. And we are 3-3 going into Notre Dame, which I guess it's fine, but we are still struggling to do anything. And I don't even know if I even want to play Notre Dame anymore. I want to focus more on conference games. So we might hold off on Notre Dame and just try to play Tulane, since we're probably going to lose anyways because this is stupid. I think we should focus on getting more conference wins that are going to matter. And yeah, sure enough, we lose 1-3, but at least that doesn't change our conference ranking, which I think is dope. And we're gonna go against Memphis, and we did sign a corner. Actually, we still lost, so we're 1-4 against East Carolina. We're signing guys, but we're still losing. As you can see, we lost to Rice, lost to Charlotte, lost to Notre Dame, lost to Memphis. And this is starting to get frustrating because I just don't see how we're gonna start winning if the computer sims don't win more games. And we even go and sign another running back, Matt Siege, but we still lost. We are 3-6. This is ridiculous, dude. I just don't understand how we're gonna do anything and we're still losing. We got 5 guys already signed. We're about halfway through the season, which I think is a little bit of a quicker pace than last year, and one of them is a 4-star. And then we go and sign a right end, a wide receiver, 2 wide receivers, and a corner, and another wide receiver, guys. We had 5 guys signed in 1 week of a bye. That is huge. That is how you build depth, and we're up to 10 recruits heading into Tulane. And in the first quarter, guys, 3:35, we're gonna go to the corner route again, and an absolute dot by our QB. Even a roughing the passer, but that's not gonna matter. It's a touchdown, Navy. Let's go, boys. That is how you do it, boys. But here we're gonna take a shot to our boy Kent again, and he's going to come down with this awesome grab because he's a dog. 101 passing by Horvath, which I think is huge, and then again, 1:17 to go. We're passing it again because we can't get anything going on the ground, by the way. And then we got a receiver in the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Navy. And in the second quarter, guys, we finally break free, get a big play on a rocket toss to our boy Chapman, who looks to be gone, and he gets caught right at the end, which I guess is fine. But this is huge for us. This is actually huge for us. We're actually making freaking progress. Then with 1:15 to go, guys, in the second quarter, Horvath rolls out on another pass play, by the way. That is 3 touchdowns on pass plays, even if we rolled out at the end. And they tied us in the middle of the third quarter. However, that score maintained all the way into the fourth, where we were hopefully trying to get lucky and hold them off and score one last touchdown to win the game. And now we were moving the ball with a 2-minute drill to go. We were gonna run it, milk the clock, hopefully probably just have to kick a field goal because we honestly didn't need to do more than that. Our quarterback here takes a shot. Hopefully he doesn't fumble. He's good. We're okay. We're moving it. And now it's just time to milk the clock, boys, and work on this field goal to end the game. And then we take the snap. Kick is up. And it's good. And Navy has won the football game. Wow, that was a tough one. Our defense held against Tulane, which is huge. So I honestly don't even understand how we're losing it, because it feels like when I'm honestly just playing offense. So our defense is doing most of the simming, and they're holding their own. So what happens is this offense just that bad when I'm not controlling the sticks? And then after Temple, guys, which we sim, we were able to sign not 1, not 2, but 3 players after that week as well. So we got 2 more receivers and a running back in Lemieux. I love it. We're going into the Army-Navy game. And obviously the only thing that seemed to be working this season was the pass. So we're obviously going to kick off the pass against the Army. And in the first quarter, guys, we hit them with this freaking bomb. That's how you do it. That's how you kick off a game in the Army-Navy game. And now it's just a matter of rolling them. And in the second quarter, guys, 4th and 8, we're going for it. Why not? Let's go up to our boy Kent. And he does it again. He does it again. We're just taking shots this season. That's the best way we're finding to beat, the computer, because I don't know what the hell it is on Heisman mode. We are not moving the ball this season. First season, we're moving it great. But the pitches, everything just seemed to be off this season. And then Tech's up, takes it up the middle, and as I'm talking crap, we gash, which I just love. I love a nice, good old fullback gash up the middle when everyone's scoring on the quarterback or the pitch man, and the middle's just wide open. There's nothing sexier in football.
Pause.
Struggling to move the ball, 3rd and 11. Our guy rolls out one more time, and Horvath gets in the end zone again on a pass play. Just saying, I don't know why it's working so well this season. I'm trying to run the ball. I promise. We're just not getting any yardage. And the only time we're getting yardage is when we try throwing it. So then it's 3rd and 10. We're up 21-6. And I feel like if we score another touchdown, this game's in the bag. We move them inside. We come back out and we get this sick catch. But Army is challenging the call. I don't know why you would do that. Clearly inbounds. I don't know what you're challenging. Look at that. 1, 2. It's even a catch in the NFL. So I don't know what the hell you guys are challenging. This is freaking a sick catch. We move the receiver inside, go back outside, catch the football. 1, 2 in the end zone, which is going to lead to our dagger of a touchdown to who? To our pitchman, Heckenbach, or whatever his name is. Dog. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. I think he's on the team right now, so I apologize if you're watching this video, dog. You know, nothing but love. And then we'd obviously go on to score just one more before the end, again on this gash of a play to our boy Texa. Senior game, last game, big touchdown. He deserved it. That was huge. That was beautiful. That is the triple option football. And if you love football as much as I do, there's literally nothing prettier than that. That was freaking amazing. Gashed up the middle, cut it back all the way to the end zone, 35-18. Army's not going to have enough time to come back. And we were 2 for 2 in the Army-Navy game, despite them being 7-2 in conference and us just 3-6. So that's how you do it, boys. 35-18. And that is going to wrap it up for season 2. And Cade Klubnik won the Heisman Trophy. I also love Cade Klubnik. He has a great little show on YouTube, which I watched a couple videos of Clemson and him. Kind of fell in love with the dude. Solid 47 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. These guys are going off. Don't even understand how these stats are even like registered in this game. This is crazy how good these guys are. And going into our transfer portal season, guys, we already had 15 recruits. We were getting super excited going into this transfer portal season, hoping to sign a few more guys. And sure enough, guys, we end up with 24 new signees going into season 3. And I cannot wait for this team that we're building. Hopefully season 3 is a good one where we're starting to win a few more games. And heading into season 3, guys, our team was finally up to an 82 overall. 84 on offense, 81 on defense. And just looking at our roster, guys, our seniors made some significant improvements. And finally, our 80 overalls leave the first page. We actually have to scroll a little bit. We have a 87 left tackle, Hodges 85 running back. We have a couple corners 80 plus, Allen and Johnson the second, Veal sophomore halfback already up to an 80 overall. That is our first sophomore that we recruited ourselves. That's going to be an 80 overall, which I think is awesome. And we're going to go and look at our team. We have quarterback Braxton Woodson, who's been the backup predominantly, throughout our last 2 seasons. He's a senior. He's a 78 overall. However, Questenberry is a 76 overall as a true freshman, and he's a little bit faster. So what we're going to do is that we're going to start Questenberry over him, and then we're going to start moving around our running backs. All these freshmen that we have that are super fast, 92 overall. Phil Klezak, who's the first guy we signed. All these guys are going to get moved up. The only one that's going to stay in his position is actually Hodges, who's a 94 speed, and he's our senior guy. So, however, Veal is going to go in there. He was the sophomore that we told you is already an 81 overall. He's going to be our main guy at the fullback position, taking up those dives. But this season, however, we're going to take a step back from recruiting. We're going to focus a little bit more on the games. Hopefully, our team is winning some more games, and we can focus on recruiting higher overall players. We're looking for 4 or 5 star guys that are going to come in and make an impact in 1 or 2 seasons, because realistically speaking, the guys that we recruit now have to have an impact if they're going to earn any sort of playing time, because if we recruit like a 3-star, there's just not enough development time between them coming in between their freshman and sophomore seasons. But the biggest thing, guys, is we want to see growth. We want to go to at least a bowl game. We want to see more growth from these guys. That's one thing that I feel like we've been lacking. And obviously, first thing we do, we go look at our friggin' schedule, and we have Boise State after 3 open weeks, and that's just not going to happen. We're not going to play Boise. Boise was 9-4 last year. We were 5-7, 2-6 in conference. We're going to play the Shocks one more time. Start off with an easy dub. However, we go and we start off horrible again. We got a championship contender rating dropping because we lost to the freaking Sharks again. Another loss to an FCS team. This is getting ridiculous. I'm starting to lose it with this freaking sim. I'm starting to think this might not even be possible if we keep simming these games and losing them like this. However, the dumbest thing happens. We go and sim against Tulsa and we win. What in the hell is going on? And in our first game, guys, we are going to test out this new amazing quarterback. And in his first play, our first 4-star at Navy, going to take the keeper, pitch it perfectly, and big gash in the first play. Already love it. Already loving this dude. And in the second play, again, just executing. We're just executing the offense how it's supposed to go. And there it is. Huge spin move. Good cut. That is how you run the triple option on an automatic dive. In the second quarter, guys, we go in, we take this keeper, and Questenberry makes a huge juke inside, and that is what a 4-star can do. We did not have that with Horvath. No offense. We did not have that with Horvath. That is what the triple option quarterback should look like. And the first play we're going to also test out, guys, is going to be his arm. We have a drag route coming across, and money to Hodges. Money to Hodges. Touchdown, Navy. And being up 24-8, I mean, you don't need to see much else. That in and out of itself is how the rest of the game went. We go and finish the game, guys, 38-14. The new team, new recruits, feels a lot smoother, a lot better. There's not much else you need to know about that. That's just huge. That's Navy football. Pretty happy about that. And then we're going into FAU. We're just gonna jump in and watch the sim. Hopefully that has an effect. And actually it freaking does. We win 31-7. Huge first win at the Sims. Huge. About time we did that. Holy cow. And then we go and we land a 4-star corner. That's how you do it, boys. And we are 3-1 going into the Charlotte 49ers. This has been our nemesis. We lost to the Charlotte 49ers every time we simmed. However, they are 1-4 and 0-1 in conference, whereas we are 2-0 in conference and 3-1 overall. Hopefully they don't give us any problems. One way to find out. And this is not looking good. Heading into the third quarter, 3-7. No way. No freaking way, dude. I just don't know what to do. We are so much better than them. How do we keep losing these freaking stupid games? And Temple is 4-2 and we are 3-2. And I'm thinking we need to jump in since they're probably one of the better teams we're going to be playing. I don't know. My strategy just going throwing for a loop, but we're going to jump into this game. I feel like our team needs a rebound win. I need to jump in here and just do my thing. However, we are absolutely struggling. And it's 3-0 going into the second quarter, guys. 2:48. We are moving the ball. And finally, Questenberry takes the ball and he's down into the 5-yard line. And finally, I think we're going to be able to pound it in. We're going to go a little midline read here. Questenberry up the middle. Touchdown, Navy. We have the lead. Questenberry, dog. Hate that I have to say Questenberry every time. Probably should have changed his name. And with 5 seconds to go, guys, in the half, we're going to try to get it to the end zone, to our ex-receiver over there on the left side. Hopefully he can get open. He is a good recruit that we brought in with wheels, and he gets it. Hail Mary to end the half, boys. That's how you do it. That is a touchdown. Navy Midshipmen, boys. And that is game. We got a safety from where we downed them. Our defense held up and we won the game. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And for the first time, guys, we are not going to play the Notre Dame game because I feel like that's not one that is honestly, it's going to be a struggle. We don't need to waste our time with a non-conference game that's going to be tough. And however, I don't even know how that game went, but we signed our first 5-star guy, which is George McDaniels. This is freaking huge for us. And does that mean he's going to have to replace Questenberry? No, dude. Questenberry's been great. But I guess we're just recruiting some of the best players that we can to build our team up as good as it can be. And, you know, it looks like we won the sim against Notre Dame. That's why he probably signed with us. Huge. Tulane is literally 9-1. One of the best teams in the country. Let's go try and spoil the party. And we're punting it away for like the 5th time here, but then we cause a fumble. Navy picks it up and we are in scoring territory. This is what we needed. This is the chance we needed to hopefully pound it in against a tough opponent. And it's not until almost the end of the first half that we're gonna throw a slant into our boy. Touchdown, Navy. And our defense is holding one of the strongest offenses in our conference, a number 6 ranked team in the country, to 0 points in the first half, which I think is huge. And then A was wide open there, our tight end. And with 1:21 to go, guys, we move the ball into the red zone. We're gonna throw the corner route. I'm telling you guys, for some reason, passing is actually working extraordinarily well in this offense, which our playbook is not even meant for passing. We have literally one like spread formation, which is that pistol look. 24-10, 3:18 to go. Rocket toss to our boy. Can he get the corner? He does. Wow, that is game. The Navy Midshipmen upset Tulane, curb stomping them 34-10. Who would have thought? We moved to a B+ in terms of championship contender. We're the 23rd ranked team in the country going against North Texas. I don't know how much of a sim it's gonna help us now that we're ranked, but I guess we'll find out. And it actually helps us out pretty well. We end up beating North Texas 23-14 in Denton. I think that's where North Texas is. If it's not, it's basically Dallas, but that's sick. We end up beating them in And obviously, since we used up our 3 games, we're also going to sim the Army-Navy game. Sorry if you guys were trying to watch that. We're going to have to sim it. It's not as critical anymore now that we're starting to get good. We showed you guys a little bit already in the first couple seasons. We're going to go ahead and sim it, and our team is going to take care of business 13-3. And we have our first successful season. We are 9-3, boys. 6-2 in conference. 17th ranked team in the nation. We're going bowling. We're going bowling. And our first conference championship game as well. Tulane didn't even make it into the conference championship game. That's crazy. Army, Navy, back to back. I was just kidding about you guys not getting to see the Army-Navy game. You're going to see it in the conference championship format, which might be what's going to be the case this year, which would be absolutely wild if they had to play back-to-back weeks. And you guys know the deal. We're obviously going to come in here, hand the ball off to Veal, easy touchdown, Navy. And with 2 minutes left to go in the second quarter, guys, we're trying to go up on Navy 2 scores, and dude just has an insane pick. What the hell was that? We didn't even get a replay? Some bologna sandwiches, bro. That's some BS. In a traditional Navy Army fashion, that score is going to remain the same in the rain until the fourth quarter when we finally decide to do something about it. With 2:29 to go, we move the ball all the way down the field. We're literally a yard out, and Veal is going to pound it in one more time, and now we are starting to get a little bit celebratory. We're gonna hold on to this score, guys. We're gonna chew the clock. We're gonna take a knee, and Navy is going bowling, boys. American champions in season 3. Can we compete for a national championship? I'm getting really excited for the 4th and 5th season. I cannot wait. Another quarterback from Clemson wins the Heisman. This time it's Christopher Vizina, which I don't even know if he's there, but teams are starting to want me. We're obviously doing a better job recruiting, but our emphasis again was going after those 4 stars, which we have a couple guys that are going to be in there. And we're playing in the Cotton Bowl? Wait, did we make the college football playoff? And we're playing the #1 ranked team in the country? Okay. How? Also, why is Clemson ranked #1 in the country yet 5th seed? That makes no sense. And we're the 4th seed. Did they not win their conference championship game and they're still ranked the #1 team in the country? Because that would be wild. What? We might be able to get it done this season, boys. And we were moving the ball, guys, very nicely against Clemson. And we thought we were about to score our first touchdown in our first playoff game. I mean, we're down, you know, we're killing it. We're moving the ball. I think we're going to score our first touchdown against Clemson. And then knocked out of his hands. Dude caps it on the tip, and that is how this game's gonna go for the majority. We simply can't get anything going against them. We're not moving the football as we should. We move the ball into the red zone again. We toss it, automatic toss, juke one guy, and then what the hell? I even challenged it. We got the ball back actually, and then we finished actually scoring the drive, but Clemson was not gonna be stopped. They scored immediately. It's 14-7. We're out here getting stuff. We're punting the football away to Clemson, and every single time they got a chance, they scored. We kept throwing picks. Before we knew it, before even the end of the half, guys, it was 24-7, and this was just not good. 27-7 going into the second half, and basically that's gonna write game, and that's going to be the end of our second season. However, we did sign 4 stars and 5 stars that are going to make an impact heading into season 4. At the end of season 3, guys, we even went on to sign 23 freaking players, which I still didn't think that was possible. We got a lot of depth when it came to the transfer portal. We focused a lot on the 4 stars. We even got a 5-star. And we even went after the 2 stars after we got, you know, done with the 3 stars that we couldn't recruit no more. That's honestly probably the best way to do it. Go after those 3 stars and 2 stars when you run out. I guess I didn't think about it that way. Maybe this is something we could have been doing all along. But when we tried to recruit 4 stars in the past, that just didn't work. So we have the #1 ranked class in the conference. Our team is up to an 84 overall on offense and 80 on defense. 3-star program, ranked 15th in the country coming into our 4th season. I think this might be our season, boys. We're going to put some coaching skills into quarterback and line, obviously, because we want to get those up and tight. Our coach is up to an A in terms of his grade. And then the classic switch at the beginning of the season, we're going to change the team we're playing, and it's going to be the Shocks again, because even though we lost them last season, there's no way that's going to happen this season. We go and look at our quarterback, guys. Going into the 4th season, we are the 25th ranked team in the country, and McDaniels is already better than Quessenberry, and he's faster. We were already high on Quessenberry, but man, 81 overall, you can't compete with that for a 5-star coming in right away. That's kind of annoying. And running backs up the wazoo, all 90 overall speed. We got a couple guys. Waddle, our new freshman, 4-star, 79 overall, 95 speed. He's going to be our fullback. He's going to be taking a lot of things. He's a power back with 95 overall speed. What more do we want? This guy getting the ball every single time up the middle on the dives when they play the pitch man or the quarterback. That's what we want. So the same strategy as last time, guys. The guys that we get in here, only guys that are 5-stars are going to be able to play next season. So that's going to be our only focus. I mean, we're not going to focus on recruiting too much. It's mostly going to be games. We dominate Temple 34-0. We beat the FCS team, and we scratch by Air Force. This is the first Air Force game we're not going to play. We're just going to sim it, and we barely beat them 13-7, but at least it's huge because now our team is 4-0 heading into the first game we're playing, which for me, that is amazing because this has been a long time coming, where we can finally get some wins going into teams we haven't played before. The first game we're going to play, guys, after looking at our schedule as a 4th ranked team in the country, was going to be USF. USF was 3-1 in conference, 5-2 overall, and I felt like this is a team that we needed to knock out. After looking at the schedules, you can see Tulsa is pretty undefeated. USF is 5-2. And then Tulane is 5-0. Those were the 2 teams we were going to focus on. And in our first game with McDaniels, guys, 3rd and 12, 3 down linemen, we're going to take this keeper and McDaniels. Holy cow, boys. This is a quarterback for us, dude. Are you kidding me? Obviously, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to keep it. We get tackled at the 1-yard line, but McDaniels has served his touchdown. And in the very next drive, guys, first play, we're going to pitch it to our boy Waddle, who's also a freshman, new recruit. And he's gone. Waddle is also freaking huge. Wow, I'm very excited about this team, the team that we've built actually in this triple option offense. Did not think we'd be this good. We're up 17-0 with 2:21 to go, and we're gonna hand it off to Veal, and there's just simply nothing more beautiful in football than that.
Why are you gay?
We go on to rout this team 30-3, and we are 5-0. 3-0 in conference for the first time. Now we were debating, should we freaking play against Tulsa or should we play against Memphis at the end of the season? We were gonna play against Tulane regardless because Tulane was gonna be pretty good. They're already the 8th ranked team. We are 3. We decide to sim this game and control our own destiny towards the end of the season. And luckily our team is able to pull off the win against Tulsa 13-7. Which is huge because now we have momentum going into freaking Tulane. We did lose against Notre Dame, which is totally fine after we simmed them. But now we have the game that we were looking forward to, which is the Tulane game. And I cannot wait to dive in and see what we can do against them. And with 3:21 to go in the first quarter, guys, Beal takes another easy catch up the middle, boys. And that is how you run the triple option, boys. Wow, dude. And then in the second quarter, guys, our defense makes a stop. We move the ball all the way down the field. And then again, Veal, one more time, pounds it in. That's 2 touchdowns against number 6 ranked undefeated Tulane. And then with 2:35 to go, guys, in the second quarter, McDaniels is going to keep it again. And dude, McDaniels is gone. McDaniels untouched. Wow. Quessenberry is awesome. And if McDaniels ever gets hurt, Quessenberry's a great backup. But man, he's not that. He's just not that. 21-0 against the undefeated Tulane. This team is truly amazing. We go ahead, we score another touchdown in the third quarter. Going into the fourth with 3:25 left, we're gonna hand it off simply to Waddle on a running play out of the pistol, and he's gonna put the dagger on it. 35-3 against Tulane. Are you freaking kidding me, dude? This team is insane. And your boy's kind of good on the sticks, I'm gonna be honest, but still, this is wild. We are undefeated in conference, which is the most important thing. That's why we sim the Notre Dame game, and this is just amazing. This actually might be our season. And then we don't worry about anything. Florida Atlantic, we sim over. We beat Rice, and now we're heading into Memphis 9-1. So our sims are finally winning. We go into Memphis, and we obviously are gonna take care of business. There's just no question that Memphis is gonna compete with your boys. They're not gonna be the team stopping us from what's meant to be. Veal, right up the middle, cashes the defense. That is how you just go right up the middle, somehow untouched. That was amazing. And then with 2:40 to go, we're going to take a shot to the corner route. Test out McDaniels' arm. What a drop in the bucket. To number 10, who's been killing it last season as well. Dude's a dog. 21-7, which we're finally in a good position. And now the game was 24-17, and we actually had to go and take care of business. And then we go and throw this play, and no freaking way, dude. We are giving the game away to Memphis. And I genuinely think this game was over. Couldn't get anything going. They go and score a field goal, and we're left with 17 seconds, and we go and throw a pick. And that is how we encountered our first freaking loss as a user. That was so annoying. However, we go and win the Army-Navy game, and now we're heading into Tulane one more time, who we already beat one time, but we couldn't get shit going this game. Tulane had our number. They kept stopping us. We kept making mistakes. Again, just stonewalled. Tulane never looked back. We ended up this time getting routed 38-14. Tulane got their vengeance, and we pissed away our fourth season that at the beginning was looking so freaking amazing. I think it all went downhill after that Memphis game. Lost the mojo going into Tulane, and funny enough, we were just gonna sim into the final season, guys, because this was stupid. We didn't need any more recruits. No recruits that we recruited this year that weren't 5-stars were gonna play next season, so that didn't matter. And we go and take a look at this, and guys, guess what? Tulane goes on to win the national freaking championship. Their only loss when we absolutely piss pounded them 35-3, but I guess that wasn't enough. Now we only have one season to go. Hopefully our team gets a slightly better and we can replicate a little bit of what we did last season, but this is it. Final 5th season. And going into this final season, guys, we are the 16th ranked team in the nation. 85 overall, 86 on offense, 85 on defense. And our right guard is a 93 overall. Zucevic, who remember when we recruited him, he's a 91. We have an outside linebacker at 90 overall. Ojabo, remember when we recruited him, he's an 87 at right tackle, 4-star. Garrison, middle linebacker, junior, 86. Left end, 86. Safety, 85. There's our boy James T. Remember when we recruited him? Our quarterback's an 85 overall. Our other outside linebacker is an 85 overall. Dude, our team is starting to look stacked. Look at all these 80 overall guys. Look at all our halfbacks that are 83. Dude, this is what it's all about. Finally, look at all these halfbacks. Look at all that speed that we have. Waddle at the bottom at an 82, but he was one of our better players. This was the team of destiny. This was finally the team that we need to come in here and win with. And you guys know the deal. We're gonna go and we're gonna switch out a few things. We're gonna change. Obviously, we're not gonna play LSU week 3. We're gonna play some FCS team. We're gonna get that nice easy sim dub, and we're gonna jump in right away because we have one goal. This is all or nothing. This is it. 5th and final season. Hopefully, you know, we can win against the few first teams. We're gonna sim against Temple, and we barely scratched by with a 3-0 win. Holy cow, can't believe that happened. And then hopefully against the FCS teams, we're gonna sim and win. Yeah, at least they took care of business. And the third team that we're gonna play is Tulane, and we're gonna go ahead and check out Tulane. They're 2-2. USF is 3-1. Notre Dame's undefeated, but we're not gonna play them. Maybe we play UAB. Maybe we play Memphis at the end of the season. We're gonna have to play it by ear, see what teams are the best ones, and I guess Tulane's probably gonna be one of the first playable games. And against Tulane, guys, I'm gonna be honest, I still was a little scared from last season. We weren't getting anything going the entire first half. We didn't score a touchdown. We were down 3-0 going into the third quarter. This is crazy. But with 2:04 left in the third, we finally moved the ball, and we have the first touchdown of the season, of the game, and of our, you know, playing season with Waddle going up the middle, who we moved to fullback because Waddle's just an absolute dog. He's a power back, the guy that we love, 95 speed. How can we not? And that score is going to maintain, guys. We aren't going to do anything else outside of that. We're going to milk the clock, take our points with 2 minutes to go, and our defense does its thing, and we end up beating Tulane just 10-3, which not our best game, not our best performance, but it was something. But then we sim against USF, guys. Our team takes care of business 20-7. Honestly, the computer's playing better than we're even playing. And against UAB, they're 5-1, and I think we have to jump in and play UAB. And in this game, it seems like we're back to normal with 3:01 in the first quarter, guys. We do a nice little easy pitch to Veal, who was playing the fullback position. Him and Waddle switch, and Veal gets in the end zone. However, we were down 14-7 with 15 seconds to go, and we need to figure out something real quick. And our receiver on the left side was gonna get pressed, so we threw a quick freaking verts, and it scored. Touchdown. We tied the game. Thank God. We're not gonna be losing to USF. I don't know why I'm struggling in this season. I'm actually kind of scared. I don't know if we're gonna be able to finish this. And it's not till a minute 20 left in the freaking third that we finally take the lead. We're gonna throw this out route to who? To our boy Veal for a touchdown. And finally, we're back on top. And honestly, my plan here was just to hog the ball all the way to the end of the game, and we did just that. We absolutely held it, waited to call plays, turned chew clock on, and we even got into the end zone, and we beat UAB 28-21, which was huge. And now we're the third ranked team in the country, which is amazing. And obviously we lost to Notre Dame, but looking at the schedule, East Carolina was 5-3, and we already played 2 games. So our last hope was they're probably the strongest team left on the schedule. If we can play them and beat them, hopefully simming the rest of the season out against Charlotte, Memphis, Rice, and Army, we can be okay. So that was going to be our strategy. It was a bit of a gamble to leave the last 4 games of the season to sim, but we were going to go for it. And again, against ECU, again, another slow start. I don't know what the hell's been going on with me. We're down 17-0, but right before the end of the half, we are going to take this shot deep, and our boys is gonna score. Wow, dude, that was honestly the luckiest thing we could have had. And we get the ball back at half, but it's just not anything better. We get absolutely stuck to start off the freaking game. I just don't know what else to do. Realistically, like, we're not moving anywhere. We're taking our points. Now we're only down a touchdown. Hopefully our defense made a stop, which they do, and it's gonna be a close ending. And again, we get stopped again in the red zone. We're gonna have to take our points again in the fourth quarter, which had me scared, but our defense made another stop, and we moved the ball down the field. And with 2:13 to go, we have nobody open, and then our boy McDaniels is gonna take off, juke in, Navy has the lead. That's how you do it, boys. Let's go. I just don't know why I'm struggling so much this season. There's not have been a game where I've just dominated, and it's honestly pretty embarrassing. But we were able to sneak away with the win, 20-17. We beat East Carolina. We're still undefeated in conference, which is all that matters, honestly. And going into Charlotte, we sim, we win. Memphis, we sim, we win. And we're up to the 6th ranked team in the nation. Rice, we win again. And we're already a lock for the conference championship against the Mean Green. And 5-6 Army was the only thing standing in the way, which we had to sim. So in the 5th season, we're not gonna see a Navy Army game, and we finally get another simmed win. Our only loss in the season was Notre Dame, and now we have North Texas at 7-1, 14th ranked in the country. And the way this was going, I don't know how we move forward. Like, I'm scared, honestly, but we had to figure something out. We had to win this game. And what do you know? Slow starts, red zone issues, trying to kick field goals. We even missed a freaking field goal. Dude, this was just a horrible way to finish our 5th-year season rebuild. But we're still managing to get through it. We're winning games. We're having red zone issues. But here we finally get something out of the spread formation to our boy Veal for a nice and easy 1-yard touchdown. We're up 10-7. And with 55 left in the second quarter, guys, we're going to take this corner route again, which is worth money in the end zone for us. And now we're actually up 17-0, which is some breathing room. And this is starting to turn into a good game for us, finally. And then to end the half, guys, Waddle takes his screen, and he's going. He's got linemen running with him downfield. And finally, we're starting to play Navy football the way we have rebranded this team. And then, honestly, we got the ball back to start the second half, guys. And if we scored here, guys, this was pretty much going to be game. And next thing you know, we just take the points, 27-0. And then we let the rest of the game play out. We put in our backups, make sure no one's getting hurt, because we got the playoffs coming, and we shut out North Texas. We are the American Conference champions, and now we're heading to the playoff. And our guys never got even close to the Heisman ceremony. Even if we were that good, our guys never got close, which is kind of annoying. We never really won anything. And again, we are the 4th ranked team here in the playoffs, which I guess is pretty dope. In our first game in the Cotton Bowl again, which is the game that we lost last time in the 3rd season. This season, we weren't going to be stopped. First play in the playoffs, Waddle's gonna gash, and he's gonna go to the house. An automatic dive to Waddle. First play of the game. That is insane. Then the very next play, our boy Waddle once again takes the handoff, bounces to the outside, and he is gone. Dude, this is how you start a playoff game. Unlike how we did it last season. This was ridiculous. We were finally moving the ball. Liberty scored on us, but Waddle could not be stopped in the playoffs, dude. dude is a dog, dude. And Liberty simply had no answer for Waddle. Then with 2:34 left, guys, second quarter, we're gonna run this triple option perfectly. Untouched. That is how you run the triple option. Everyone crashing on Waddle or the quarterback, and it was it. That was it. Liberty's gonna go on to get routed in this game, guys. 38-10. Who else than Quincy Waddle? That's how you have a playoff game. Welcome to the playoffs, Quincy Waddle. This team might be it. But now, once again, we are going up against the #1 ranked team in the country with the Heisman Trophy winner, which we know what happened last time we faced off against the #1 team in the country that had the Heisman Trophy winner in the playoffs. I think we're going to score our first touchdown against Clemson, and then knocked out of his hands. Dude caps it on the tip, and that is how this game's going. So this game, we were coming out determined to hopefully not do that. And with 3:07 in our first drive, we were going to take a shot deep with McDaniels, and that is how you start off the game, dude. Let's go. And then our success continued, guys. Waddle was going to be the one punching this bad boy in for a touchdown to take us up to a 14-10 lead. But I'm gonna be honest, guys, it was an absolute battle. It was an absolute grind. We were back to struggling, so we were slowly moving the ball down the field, hoping that we don't make any mistakes. And here McDaniels has a good move, jukes inside. We're inside the 10-yard line, and then once again we do the same exact play. He's gonna cut it upfield, and this time he has a touchdown. That is another touchdown. Navy 21-17. They were simply not gonna go away. But with 2:15 left in the third quarter, guys, McDaniels calls the game into his own hands, and he's gashing up the middle on the midline option. That is how you run the midline option, boys. Holy cow. Could not believe that this is actually the way this was going, man. And then after that, our strategy was simply to hog the football for the rest of the game as humanly possible, while trying not to get a lot of guys hurt. And we ended up executing on that and holding on to this game, and we were on to the national championship with Navy. Holy cow. Here we go. And who were we gonna play? Obviously none other than the Georgia freaking Bulldogs, who are arguably the best team year in, year out in college football. And similarly to how the season ended in the third season, guys, we moved the ball down the field. We're here getting stuff in the red zone. So what do we resort to? A pass play. And then we do this. We threw a pick. First drive, moving the ball well, threw a pick. And we couldn't get shit going, dude. But our defense was holding their own. It's a 3-3 game. Still in the second quarter. We're punting the ball away. We can't get anything going. By the second quarter, guys, we were just simply giving them too many opportunities, and that is what's gonna happen. It's 10-3. They're finally scored. We have a big play here to Veal, and then we're trying to get in the end zone, but we can't figure anything out. And with 20 seconds to go again, Veal ties the football game. Let's go, boys. And to start off the second half, guys, we thought we were feeling good, but Georgia scored right away in the second half. So here McDaniels gets a keeper, guys, and he goes and gets a huge, nice gain. McDaniels is that dude. And we actually ended up moving the ball pretty well. 37 seconds left to go in the third, and McDaniels keeps it up the middle. Touchdown, tied game against the Bulldogs. Let's go, boys. We are competing. It's got a tough one. 3:51 left in the game. 4th and 7 at midfield. I felt we had to go for it. We had to go for it. I just didn't know what else we were going to do. We were going to run him here on a slant. They were covering the underneath route super well, and we might have just shot ourselves in the foot. They went down. They kicked a field goal, which is huge, so we still had a chance to pull this off. We just had to get in the end zone. Veal here takes it on the drag, and we get a nice easy gain here. 2-minute warning, moving it slightly. We're getting absolutely stuffed. 3rd and 8, 1:43 to go. We're trying to move it again. We just can't figure anything out. We're gonna throw it here, and we get stuffed. 4th and 8, 1:32 left. This is honestly game, I think. I don't know. We got 4 wide, pistol formation. Drag route didn't get open in time, and we got sacked. And that, boys, is how the cookie crumbles. We couldn't get it done. We lose running the triple option. 2017 in the national championship. That's how this rebuild comes to a close. For some reason, the offense in that final season was just not smooth, and we're not humming as much as it could. But that's the video. We failed this challenge. But if you guys want to learn how to master the triple option, guys, check out this video next. And remember, boys, nice guys finished first, and God bless. Peace.